Bitcoin continues its climb, currently around 8% away from its all-time high in that $42,000 range. It's a time to start taking more seriously the breakout targets of 50,000 plus. Let's discuss in this video. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe, hit that like on the way in. Let's jump into this Bitcoin video. I have so much to cover. Let's try and do it as quickly as possible. Bitcoin hovering in that $39,000 range, around 8% away from all-time high. Let's look at this. From this swing low that we had January 27th to where Bitcoin's trading right now as I do this video, Bitcoin's up 33%. And we're talking, that's, a little over a week, 33%. And we've been tracking, at least I have, this is just me. I've been tracking this area right here, this Fibonacci retracement. And right now, as of today, Bitcoin breaking through, getting the most separation we've seen. There's no secret, everybody. You can go and look at some of my videos. Here's one. Will Bitcoin confirm this massive bullish breakout? Talking about this very Fibonacci retracement. And if you go to the screen here is what it looks like. And there's videos where I'm talking about kind of a bearish downside, and it all stems from this exact Fibonacci resistance area. I've just been watching it like a hawk. And I think some people, I'm getting some comments. I think you're sick of hearing about it. I'm not trying to be repetitive, but it is just all that matters to me in terms of watching these charts. And now we're getting a move, separation from the upside. We almost got a move the other day. We fell back in, concerning to me. Concerning because we had an exact identical move back in 2019. I'm not going to harp on it, but this entire move in 2019 for Bitcoin, and here it is on the daily chart, just so similar to what Bitcoin's been doing on the current daily chart until literally like today. And the reason why is we had a swing high, we had the lower high, and we had a potential lower high at that Fibonacci retracement right here, the resistance. Bitcoin now breaking above, and it's illustrated perfectly on the 6 hour. So here's a 6 hour chart now, and here it is back then. This is the move then. Resistance at the Fibonacci resistance. And now here it is, Bitcoin breaking through above. And finally, this is important to me. This is how I do my technical analysis. If you don't like this type of style where I'm kind of like in limbo, waiting and watching, and I'm not going to throw just these crazy predictions, bullish predictions while we're testing resistance, then maybe my YouTube technical analysis isn't like up your alley, because I kind of am sometimes just in limbo, waiting and watching for confirmations. And we have kind of this confirmation on the short-term chart right now, and it is a break above this line. And let me actually chart the Fibonacci so that you can see this. This is the swing high to swing low in Bitcoin testing and breaking above that 786 most recently today. It's a big move, everybody. This is bullish in my book. And what I'm watching for now is truly continued separation, hopefully in the short term. Whenever I upload a video, I don't know if you notice this or not, but every time I upload a video, it seems Bitcoin goes down. It's really weird. So let's see what happens after I upload this video. But Bitcoin right now getting separation from these two areas, this longer term trend line extending from the swing high to where Bitcoin is breaking out of this Fibonacci. Love the separation. That's what I want to see, because now we have some room for downside, continuation to the upside. That's what we're looking for, is reversal. That's what I'm looking for. Not to change topics too much, but there's everything going on. Everything's in limbo. We can talk about zoomed in charts all we want. Is it too late to get in? And this is like a question I wanted this to pivot to really quick, because so many people are asking me, and I can't straight up answer that for you. But what I can say is this, and this article actually, it had a quote talking about Bitcoin. I think there's a lot of mojo around it. The price is going up. It has a potential to be a revolution in technology. But when it comes time to actually plan out your future, it's something that should be viewed as a speculative bet, as opposed to one that you can really rely on. Now, I half agree with that. Here's a clip. I'm not going to show the clip, but this is me doing a video. December 18th, 2018, the bottom of the bear market, Bitcoin $3,500. And if we're looking at this zoomed out chart, this is the day I think I created this chart, and it's just saved. It was right here at the bottom of the bear market. And yes, it was speculative, but in that video I was talking about Bitcoin making the exact move that it's making right now. So there's nothing guaranteed in life, everybody. And so Bitcoin, just like anything else in life, especially these days, there's no doubt, is risky. Life is risky. Everything you do is risky. There's no guarantees. However, the collapse of the global financial system is at hand. Countries printing money like it's just no joke. And Bitcoin is catching on like it's never caught on before. And even this chart that, I charted in 2018, the adoption that Bitcoin's getting, I don't know, this $90,000, $100,000 range, it could just completely get demolished and Bitcoin can just explode through that. The other thing is the time frame of this, right? I kind of have, probably mid 2021 as the top for Bitcoin, but that's another thing. And this is something I should talk about in a different video, but Bitcoin, I think, could extend that run because I think there's going to be just too much money pouring into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in general for a run just to stall out and for the cycles to repeat precisely as they have in the past. This might go a little bit longer, and that's my thoughts. Now, circling back to the question, is it too late to get in? My opinion, this is not financial advice, please don't take it as such, is no. In my opinion, we're still we really just broke into the bull market. And the bull market doors I've talked about before we even broke in are right here. And that's a Fibonacci macro, Fibonacci. The green channel you see here, the bull market doors are right there. We have a lot of time left, I think, in this bull market. A lot of volatility. Could there still be 30% dips? Yes, absolutely. Be ready for them. Not going to talk about that in this video, but is it too late to get in? I truly don't think it is. But the way you get in is up to you. And I get a lot of messages. Should I buy now? How much should I buy? I'm not going to tell you how much to buy, but what I can tell you is I think Bitcoin is kind of just getting started along with some altcoins. And so, on the very short term, this is Bitcoin. This is the move. Let's talk about briefly the targets to the upside. We can go to a zoomed in chart here. So here's the chart. This is a daily zoomed in and targets to the upside. We have a couple breaks, I think, that are pretty noteworthy to talk about, which is we have this smaller symmetrical triangle, and we had the break on February 2nd. I still was not convinced because we were kind of just getting ready to test this Fibonacci retracement, which is right there. And for a few days, I was just kind of in limbo. You might have noticed in my videos, but it just is what it is, waiting for Bitcoin to break this Fibonacci resistance. And in the meantime, Bitcoin did something else, which is broke the green trend line, which is kind of this trend line right here extending from that swing high, the $42,000 all-time high, this crazy wick Bitcoin, which is still a little iffy to me, but we can still chart this, but Bitcoin breaking that trend line in the last 24 hours or so. So that's really compelling to me in terms of watching Bitcoin technicals. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to get all emotional, get all hype, and just tell you what you want to hear. I wait for these things to play out, and then we start talking about them because we got the breakout of those trend lines. We have the breakout targets to the upside, and they're both 50,000 plus. We have $50,000 or $52,000 breakout target from this blue trend line. And we have a right around $55,000, $56,000 target from the green trend line, the larger symmetrical triangle. That can take some time. Obviously, Bitcoin, we especially out of symmetrical triangles talk about pullbacks, but right now we're in an environment where it doesn't concern me as much a potential pullback because we're getting so much separation from these resistance areas. So I think a pullback is 100% still in play. It could be a great buy the dip opportunity for some of you if you're waiting for a 10, 15% dip to the downside, but we have support now. We have revisits and throwback areas now to revisit for support to the upside. This is the picture of reversal, which is higher highs and higher lows. This resistance area that we've been tracking lately is just something I just truly wanted to break, and Bitcoin has done it. And I think we have just really bullish targets to the upside for Bitcoin to continue into this bull market. If you look at the weekly charts, which I have right here, you can see Bitcoin just really extending itself and kind of putting in a reversal right here. Very different now than what we had back here. And this is the exact move we've been comparing. And what we've been waiting for is Bitcoin to do something different. And you see it transpiring here on the weekly chart. So, just around 2 days before this weekly candle closes right here, gonna track it, gonna watch. for potential volatility. But right now, Bitcoin looking very bullish in this weekly candle. And if we're comparing kind of the two areas, Bitcoin right here, back here, would be compared to right here. And Bitcoin kind of making a strong break to the upside, potentially separating itself from this pattern back here. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we were really waiting for consolidation to the 20-week moving average, potential dip into that area. Remember the $24,000 target I talked about a lot on this channel. It didn't happen. But listen, I was mentally prepared for it, and that's the reason why I do technical analysis. And I hope a lot of you understand that in terms of the way I approach these charts. So I do want to talk about something, everybody. Cardano is just exploding. And if we just look at this, and I don't know why, I get this vibe across crypto. Cardano, I feel like a lot of people are just not talking about it. I don't know what it is. And you would think that a lot of people are, because it's a number 6 on CoinMarketCap. But there just seems to be so many people ignoring it, and it could have something to do with, and I hear a lot about DOT, but it could have something to do with Cardano versus Ethereum, that whole talking point that a lot of people like to, just argue about. And I'm not here to argue about that. I think Ethereum's a great investment, but Cardano is solving a lot of key things in the cryptocurrency space. And I tweeted just a little bit ago, and I said Cardano is like a 20% move away from the top 3 crypto behind Bitcoin and Ethereum, and still many are not paying attention. Pay attention to Cardano. I mean, I feel like I've been talking about Cardano since it was like 5 cents or something, and it's just been making moves. Broke 50 cents. We've talked about that target for months, probably before September, and just look at the chart. And the reason for this is because I think some people are waking up to what Cardano is doing. I tweeted yesterday, you might have seen a video I did yesterday, and it's just mentioning some of the things. Potential Coinbase listing. Some people don't care about that. I think it's gonna affect price. I really do. The Africa, recurring staking, decentralized. It's like the most decentralized network. Atala Prism, no brainer. Oh my. And then I actually tweeted shortly after. I think it was shortly after. Yeah, it was the same day. It was yesterday. I'm going to make a Cardano prediction and say that I think some big Grayscale ADA news will drop within 30 days. This was just like my prediction. We have Grayscale filing their paperwork for Cardano in play. Nobody knows if it's definitely going to happen, but I think that's my guess. I think that might be some big news coming in the next 30 days. I could be completely wrong. It could have something to do with Africa. It could have something to do with Coinbase. It could have something to do with something else. But that's just my prediction is Grayscale. And the charts just don't lie. But I do want to say this, and it really all wraps around together around this question, Bitcoin buzz. You can call it crypto buzz. Is it too late to get in? This is what's scary as I watch crypto markets. We were doing videos talking about accumulating Bitcoin at the bottom of the bear market. Way more comfortable, just kind of encouraging people, hey, look at this. Look at the opportunity. We're at the bottom of the bear market. Here's the cycle. Here's where we can go, $100,000. A little bit different talking about it now that Bitcoin is actually like in it. And we've come up so far. And there's people new coming in now. Some of you might be new. And it's hard for me to sit here and be like, yeah, keep buying, because we've come up so far. I mean, Bitcoin alone, if you're looking price range wise from the bottom of the bear market, Bitcoin's up 1,100%. If you go over to something like Cardano, if I zoom out here on the weekly chart, Cardano is up. Let me get my price range and zoom in. From just in March, Cardano's up 2,500%. So it's hard for me to sit here and be like, guys, Cardano's so bullish, but Cardano's a crypto that I think is $3 to $5 range truly in play for this bull market. Now that's not guaranteed. So I encourage you to be careful, especially on such a parabolic chart, but plan your approach. If you can be long, if you're spending money you can afford to lose, then maybe you can have an approach to these markets and anticipate a bull market high like that, $3 to $5. But again, it's not guaranteed. And also, especially when altcoins pump like this, you're going to see Twitter going crazy. I mean, I've been just posting a lot of very bullish tweets on Cardano because I am very bullish. And this is awesome. These gains are awesome. We're hitting targets, 50 cents. However, the throwbacks on these moves in altcoins historically, they're huge. So a 40%, 30% dip here is just I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying I think it's going to happen, but please be ready for those consolidation areas. And we talked about that yesterday. 35 to 40 cent for Cardano makes some sense. And if I want to just actually chart that technically so you can just kind of see what I was talking about, let me do it real quick. So we have this kind of upward pattern. Cardano, we've been tracking. Let me kind of just position this correctly. And just kind of this rising wedge, Cardano broke out of 75 cent target, very bullish. But remember, the pullback areas on these parabolic moves, Cardano just up from the 30 cent range of 50 some cents. Be ready for these types of moves back down to 47, potentially back into the apex of this rising wedge down to 40 cent area. Remember, the 40 cent area key for Cardano, as we zoom out on the daily, that was the first lower high. And this is the wrong chart. Let me go to the right chart. This was the first lower high down into the bear market. So big support area for Cardano to really keep in mind, keep in the back of your mind. I'm not saying, listen, I'm never going to tell you Cardano is going to 40 cents. Be ready. Go buy it there. That's not what I'm here for. But it is a very nice support area for a potential 25% dip for Cardano. You might hate to hear it, but I'm here to tell you, this is the data. Make your own decisions. You can do this. Financially, you know where you're at. You know what you want to achieve, and you know your risk tolerance. Make your decisions. Don't listen to YouTubers. Take the data. The data's here. I'm telling you, I think we're in the middle of a bull market. That's my opinion. And you see the trajectory of Bitcoin and altcoins, and everything is very bullish right now. There's a huge demand. Total market cap is just over $1 trillion, 1.1, almost $1.2 trillion, and just getting started, in my opinion. And Bitcoin making some moves, trading around $39,000, separating itself from some key areas that we've been just tracking historically, namely that move in 2019. So I appreciate you all cruising by. I really do. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. Now, let me know your thoughts, how you're making out there. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.